Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You'll have to bear with me just for 2 seconds for anyone who might be joining. I need to check if this is working, essentially. That's that. That's that. Okay. And if I move that way, what does that look like? Yeah, that's fine. Now, can you hear me? Right, you're gonna have to bear with me, guys. You're gonna you're gonna hear me twice for a second. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Right, and then on Twitch, is it working? If I click on that, okay, everything seems to be going just fine, which is what we like to hear. And then if I go on here, okay, I just have to check because it would be awful if it just didn't work, essentially. And I'm streaming to YouTube Shorts as well as the main YouTube feed today, which is definitely a first. I've never done that before, but we'll see if it makes a difference. See if anything changes. But in terms of the stream, we're doing exactly what we were doing last time. If anyone tuned into that yesterday. So essentially what we did yesterday was we worked on, and let me just break this scaffolding just so you guys can see it a bit more. We worked on, that was not intended. We worked on this little strip of rock behind me in the cave. And we were just, like this bit here, we were just working on this bit here, and we were just making sure that we're like connecting everything at the top of the roof there. So we did a bit here, and then we like moved on here, and we're just trying to run around the perimeter of this like box I've caved out, with the hope and aim of just finishing off this cave that we've got going on here. It looks so cool. I can't lie. I'm so pumped to have it finished. This is really one of my favorite projects in terms of how I think it will look like at the end. Because obviously we have done a lot already, and I think it looks awesome. Only thing is that it has it's taken an alarming amount of time to get to this point. But we're on the home straight now. We just got this last like cavity in the cave, and then we can call this thing finished. I have got all my resources already in my inventory, and it's sometimes a bit annoying when I have to like start stream then get prepared. But I reckon we can just dive straight into the building if I'm honest, which is awesome. I've got my trusty stonecutter on me, my favorite utility block in the game. Is very, very helpful. Now I need to get in the building groove. We need to get in the mindset of what we actually want to be doing. Because yeah, we want to be building around the cave, but how do we want to do that with each and every block? I'm gonna get rid of this scaffolding and just like give it a 5 and have a look. I'm thinking if we perhaps bring, so we've got a lot of like mossy cobblestone. The way I'm doing this, like the walls, is with a gradient. So if we move into here, I'll be able to show you a bit better. Can I make that jump? Yeah, I can. So yeah, we've got like a stone at the top, andesite, cobblestone, tough, and then we go into like the dark blocks down there. And I have used that as well on the portion of the wall that we have done. And I'm thinking right now, because we've got this portion of deep slate comes up quite high, I reckon we go for tough, because that's like the next, if you look, we've got deep slate and we've got tough. That's the next one in the gradient. So if we just bring this up a bit, then it can, and it kind of blends in. It's got a very similar like green tint that mossy cobblestone has, which is really nice. And then I reckon if we just come out a little bit. And of course we've got the stairs and the slabs to add a bit of variety. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can't get over how helpful just bringing a stonecutter on you, with you, sorry, for like a build like this is. It is a genuine miracle, right? And then we need to start bringing it out up to meet the ceiling. We're gonna go for a block of cobble there, and not yeah mossy cobble, and then I need more tough slabs. We just run out. I tell you what. Yes, the stonecutter is convenient, but it does not solve the problem that the inventory is an absolute nightmare to navigate. I'm not a fan. It's so frustrating, but we've lived with it for many years now. In fact, I think. Oh. I feel like that should be not a tough slab, but a mossy cobblestone slab. I've got my ender chest as there we go, we got some in there. I've got my ender chest as like a substitute for a shulker box because I haven't killed the ender dragon yet. But that's fine, that's fine. Right. Now, um mossy cobble there. Yeah, and then if we do one that block there, then we can go into cobble. Just bear with me very quickly. I just want to check that chat is working because YouTube's saying I've got yes. So essentially, my chat is disconnected from my OBS. So my chat, your mic's muted. It shouldn't be. It sh it sh Is it or are you trolling? Someone in Leo in Twitch said that my mic's muted, but I can hear it, so it shouldn't be muted. Leo in Twitch said I can hear it, right? I reckon this guy's just trolling. Go away, Leo. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Right, your mic's like mega muted. I can hear it. Leo. I can literally hear it clear as day. I think that's a issue on your end. You will have to bear with me just for 2 seconds. I need to connect my chat up. So how do I want to do that? If I go for Lumina is what I use. Lumina Stream. Load that up. Is that just gonna work? Perhaps I just need to have it open. It doesn't look like it. I'll tell you what, streaming never goes perfectly well, unfortunately. Continue. I've already done this. Ah, there we go. Has that worked? If I can close on you. Okay, I'm hoping that will work now. If I just type in this, testing. I'm 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 not muted. I'm not muted. You would be able to you wouldn't be able to know you wouldn't be able to know that I'm fixing my chat if I was muted. Oh, why is it not working? No, I don't want to do that. Can I? Sorry about this. It's better to do it at the start of the stream, though, I reckon. Um, chat. This is like a new app that I'm using because I'm streaming on multiple platforms. It just merges all the different chats into one. You telepathically know. Okay. I've got a feeling there's some trolling going on, Leo. Right. I do apologize. I'm gonna Google it 'cause this is new territory for me. Lumina, Lumina chat not working. Uh, multi-chat. Okay. Disconnect connection, fully disconnect, and then reconnect. Oh, have I got? Oh, such effort. Right, how's that looking? That's fine. That's fine. What does he even do? Apparently nothing. Not doing any building. Um, you're giving me flashbacks with this mic muted talk to the stream I did yesterday. Gosh. Um, re-authenticate, refresh connection, go to connections in Lumina Stream, click on the disconnected platform. Well, like they're all disconnected. Um, right, chat commands. What is that? No, I don't need to use connections. So where would that be? Not in you. Down at the bottom, maybe? Here. It looks like to add it each time. What? If I put that, okay, I think I don't know why that's happening. Um, this is negative aura. I'll beat your dad in Groot. No, no, that won't be happening. Um, settings, real time indicate. I think what I need to do. Where's settings? Settings, connection. This is frustrating. I don't know. I've just added it though. Yeah, connect. This one. Continue. Okay. Okay, so does that mean that that will work? So if I go to YouTube and just go testing into the chat, will that appear? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's helpful. It's not on there either. Oh, I probably should have tested this beforehand. Okay. So how would I go about doing that? To fix some multi chat, this one is start the Lumen stream application. Yeah. Maybe I need to update it. No thanks, maybe later. Yeah. Settings. Not that. I don't know. I have to. I think I have to connect everything up again, which is frustrating. Right. Is that everything? I think so. Refresh. Okay. Right. So I think that means that that's working now. So if I go onto, I think we fixed it. Why does it say Sillyplop is here? I did not say that. Testing. Does that show up? I don't know if it is. Does it work on you? This is mega negative aura. Absolutely, it is. Oh, okay. It does show up. There's just like a massive delay. Okay, well, I think that works now. Um, cool. Sorry about that. Not a very smooth start, but we're okay. I'll just be 1 second. Okay, here we go. Now we can actually get started, get the wheels turning. I'm glad I saw to that now, whilst not many people are around to have to sit through it. Now, what was I doing? I think I'm gonna go for andesite because we are getting to the top. Stone, andesite stair. We've got so many andesite stairs. I can use these like left, right, and center without having to craft any like normally. I'm glad we got the haste beacon back down because I did remove it. When did I do it? I removed it yesterday to get tough because I needed to mine tough. And so I like brought the beacon down with me. Except I didn't. I mined the beacon to bring it down. So I can mine tough really quickly. But then just another worst streamer ever. Get out. What is this? What is this trolling? Okay. No. Andesite. Yeah. So I'm glad that we've got this andesite because the reason not andesite. I'm glad we've got this. What's it called? Beacon because like we've gone into the ceiling now. Okay, I do need to be like going mining a bit out, which is okay. It's a bit of a pain because it would have been easier to just mine it out when I did the rest of like everything else, like all this area. It would have made it a lot more simpler, but it's okay. Andesite here. I need scaffolding because like this is a really awkward position to be in. So, oh, I missed the block. We'll take you, and I think there should just be like a few pieces. I mean, I don't. I'll keep that scaffolding there because it's not like mandatory, really, is it? Are you Deadpool? What makes you think that? What makes you think that I am Deadpool, Leo? Nothing about me screams Deadpool. Apart from I've got like massive muscles and I'm just really cool. That's the only thing, I suppose. Okay, now we're gonna use this scaffolding to actually like get up so that we can build above us rather than having to like crouch down. Weird perspective, weird position. I think that should make this is so much better. I can actually like see what I'm doing properly. Okay, okay, and so now I do want to go into stone now because stone is like the last block that we use in the gradient. So I'm trying to I'm trying to like preserve it for like the very end. Where am I? Do I not have any andesite slabs? My ender chest? No. Okay, we're gonna. I mean, we're not really doing much on the dark block, so I can put some of those away in my mock ender chest. Not my mock ender chest, my mock shulker box. It is actually an ender chest. I feel like that looks fine. Yeah, and then we can go into the stone. Here you are. Oh gosh, I genuinely I thought I was dead then. I thought I'd like just jumped off. Okay, stone stair. We haven't got we haven't got any stone stairs either. Was there any in here? No. Okay, I need to remember there's like nothing I need in there right now. So I don't need to open it. I got two phones. I have YouTube chat on one, and I got Twitch in one. Just open chat on your phone. I mean, I could do, but like, yeah, I could do, to be fair. Um, but I don't like my phone would just turn off. I would have to open it every 5 seconds, and it'd be annoying. I used to have two monitors when I like last streamed, so it would be well not yesterday, but before then, and that was a lot more convenient. I can hear firefly bushes, but I don't feel like I have any around. Wait, are we are we underneath my? Hang on a minute. I feel like we might be underneath my little, like, enchanted forest I did. Which would be crazy. I actually think we are, because that's the only places I've used firefly bushes. That is crazy. We've traveled very far underground over the course across the base. It won't turn off unless you have the stream not open. Okay. Okay, thank you. I mean, I can only have one chat open on my phone though, can't I? So I would have to choose. Whereas if I tab out, I can go into OBS. I've got multi-chat up. So it's like, oh, you can look at, I can just look at all of them in one. So it does make things easier. Okay. This looks good. And then I do, because like we are very much on the perimeter of the, oh no. That's a problem. So, okay, we are underneath my sugarcane farm right now. I think. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so this is the sugarcane farm. So we can't actually mine this area out because of the redstone torches that are there. Minor inconvenience. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just bring up Twitch chat onto my phone. Just like because I accidentally loaded up Pokemon Go. That's not that is not Twitch chat. Right, Twitch. And then I don't think I have the app. So we should have to go on here. Profile. I'm already logged in. That makes things so much easier. Onto you. And then I can just have it like that. And I feel like that should be fine. And I suppose I can know. I might be able to see when you send a message. Like that would make things easier, won't it? And I won't have to just guess. Right. How how are we gonna do this, guys? We've got to avoid the redstone torch. Which was, where was it? There. I'm gonna mark it with a block, I reckon, just so I don't like mine it accidentally. We'll pop some deep slate there. Oh yeah, I already had some in my inventory. Whoops, that is not deep slate. Right, so now I know to avoid that. That does make things awkward. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not that bad. We will live. Is that a Cyclops emoji? What? That is so screwing. Wait, no, that's so tiny. Who? What is? What is that? That's crazy. Okay. Right then. I'm gonna need more scaffolding. I'm not gonna lie. I do have some back at base. You thought it was Cyclops? Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? Right, how do I get up? Yeah, we're gonna need more scaffolding because I don't want to be like, I don't want to feel. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. We've got to go all the way around. I think. No, we won't. We're just gonna go and grab some from our base. I have some chests like through the wall, so I wasn't sure if I would have to circumvent the wall, but I feel like I'm just gonna steal some from our storage system. It's not really stealing. It's not really stealing if it's ours, is it? Right, come up here. And then that like little shortcut through we'll grab 2 stacks. That little shortcut through the spider cave is genuinely so convenient. Especially this is not the right way. Especially when working on the cave. It's like just so easy to do. Actually, I don't want my pickaxe to die. Spider-Man Marvel Rivals. Bro needs to hop on Rivals. That is not happening. I don't want to hop on Rivals. I need XP, so I'm just going to grab a barrel from here. Dump a bunch of stuff in here so I have inventory space. And then okay, we're going to grab some melons from our pumpkin and melon farm. Oh, and it's nighttime. It is always nighttime when I don't want it to be. Okay, there we go. You've never played Spider-Man on Rivals. How? You play it like all the time. Okay, yeah, time to get melons. Fingers crossed there's no creepers about. We should invent some like slang for creepers for the kids to use. I am a kid. What should it be? The creeps. Yeah, keep the oh my goodness. What? They've just wrecked my... What are you doing? They've just placed melons everywhere. What? What are we doing? Get off. That is so frustrating. Okay, now I'm breaking the walls myself. I can't believe that. I bet they were just stuck in that position. Oh my word. They've really wrecked this. And they were holding a melon as well. Right, I can place like that. That was already like that. Just because... Oh, it's not working. I thought I fixed it. Okay, we're just going to have to deal with the fact that we're getting loads of melon seeds. Because I have an auto crafter. Oh, no, if I can fit through the box. You got free money on Rivals for taking a photo? What? How? Who's paying you to do that? Okay, auto crafter here. I mean, there's nothing coming in. Just like, okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, and then that goes through there. Okay, and then I don't know why we're crafting a bunch of melon slices. Yeah, so it shouldn't be doing it because I thought yeah, I've made it so it doesn't do it automatic. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. It's fine. But we do need to grab the melons that we came with, right? In fact, I'm just gonna get a full inventory of them so that we can just store some in our storage system and we don't have to keep on coming over here. How did you get free money on Rivals for taking a photo? Now we can mend our pickaxe and then we can get back to building. Oh, we never started the flashback. I need to do that because we are recording a replay for... Let's put some of these in here. For the next YouTube episode. So, but except we're not. Grandmaster Aura. What? What is what is Grandmaster Aura? Not as in like what is it, but what has Grandmaster Aura that you're talking about? Melon. Here. Here. Oh my word, I'm such an idiot. I've just been doing it on autopilot. I haven't been mending my pickaxe. It's fine. Okay. I think we should have something stored up still. Yeah, there we go. Because the XP can't really travel through the composters very well. I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for the new update. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they released, what do they release? The latest snapshot. It has concrete slabs and stairs in it. In addition to all the stuff we knew we were getting with like the wool stairs, and then what else did they add? It's like the main thing, the cushion. The cushion's quite big. And then the poplar wood. Like I think it's gonna be a really, really good update. So I am looking forward to it. And we will just do this other pickaxe as well whilst we're here. Some ex-boy will play plot. Or they will play plot, or they will play plot. What are they playing Rivals, you mean? Okay, now we've got emeralds here. Plop? Potential man? Potential man, aka the coldest character in all of history. Has the potential to rival anyone, but never can. Okay. Emeralds can go in here. I think we should start. We're not going to do it now because I can't be bothered. But we do need to start crafting our emeralds into emerald blocks just to save space, I think. I need to close down the Minecraft launcher. Okay, now grab the barrel. Now, I am streaming as well for the first time. I mentioned this right at the start. Bro, this story is actually solid and exciting. Yes, I know. The story you're talking about is so cool compared to every other stuff you've come up with. I can't wait until it's like... I just can't wait for it, in all honesty. Right. I'm just gonna check. So I'm essentially, if I go to shorts, I'm meant to be streaming two shorts as well, but I can only see it on on the main thing, on like the mainstream YouTube. So I'm not sure why that is. I don't know. I'll have to. Perhaps it will just come up in the YouTube Shorts feed. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, we need to pop this dirt away, and then we got the scaffolding. So I think that's all we needed, so we can actually come back down here. Also, the reason there's a random lightning rod here is because usually it makes the what's it called? A grandfather clock. Uh, but I keep on going through it because it's actually like a means of transport for me, and I can get down the cave and also down to like the villager breeder down there. It's not like a proper fancy one, but it breeds villagers. Here we go. Oh, I haven't got music on. Do you guys want music? I usually do that for streams, just so the silences aren't total silence. No music. Okay, cool. Right. Now, how are we gonna navigate this problem of avoiding this redstone torch? So I can't break that block right there. I think music takes away from the streamer. Okay. All right, cool. That's interesting. So we kind of need to like come down. Now let me get that up there. Have you had any thoughts on what you want to do for the story? Like any new revelations, so to speak? Yeah, that actually looks good. And then we just have this be the ceiling height in the middle, above like the lava lake. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, I completely forgot about this. We're gonna have an iron farm at the top. And if we're having an iron farm, that's gonna be in the way of the. Oh, okay. So this is actually a problem because we're gonna have an iron farm at the top. We need to hide it in the ceiling, and it needs to be in the center. So this needs to. Oh, this is a real dilemma because I don't actually know how big the iron farm will be because I haven't built it yet. So we're gonna have to get rid of you. Can I break that? Yeah, I can break this block. No, no. This is tricky. Okay, so bring you this way. Essentially, we're going to need to go down much more abruptly than we were originally thinking, so that we can get to a lower height, so we can hide it. Baton Road. What is Baton Road? What is that? Okay. Oh my goodness, this is going to be really difficult, but I reckon we can do it. We can do anything that we can put our minds to. Right, you can go there. Slabs. Okay, I think I should probably actually be using more andesite. I am not using any. And we are kind of level with this wall there, so it would make sense. Okay. Andesite. There. Yeah, and then we need to come down even further, actually. Oh, this is really oh my goodness. This is really throwing a spanner in the works. I've got to say. Was not expecting to have to deal with this. Because I don't know. I mean, right. How tall? Does anyone know how tall, like, what's it called? An iron farm actually is? Because you got to have. I mean, you got to have the villager pods. I don't think it would be that bad. Oh, no, because you need the stream to push the water, to push, like, the iron golems through. And they've got to spawn. low down enough so they're not going to be able to kill the zombie. So fairly big, essentially. Yeah, that could be a problem. We are definitely going to need to drag this down quite significantly. Let's just get a torch in here. Who wins, bro? Pride versus Grandmaster? Oh, Grandmaster for sure. Grandmaster has so much aura. He is the aura monster. And then, oh, I think this is okay. We'll just swap this block here for cobblestone. I've just realized I haven't really been changing it up much. That can be that. And oh, I don't even know if that's gonna be enough room in all honesty. I wish we could go into like spectator and look at the top. I feel like that would be very helpful. But kind of cheating. So we won't do that. We can go. Ooh, I need more scaffolding. I need to make sure I'm not like, because I don't want to lose the scaffolding. Not like it's a really precious material, but I am just, you know, I don't want to lose resources. And I am like breaking a lot of it and letting it fall to the ground. So we can't be having losing it all. That wouldn't be very good. Right, tough. Now I'm gonna swap out my one slot for, instead of it being my sword, stone. So I can use stone as like a placeholder block, so that I can like just like I did just there, get things in the right position. Uh, bring that down. Cobblestone, cobblestone. In fact, that can be tough. We'll grab a tough stair here. Okay, that looks good. Now I feel like, I mean, it looks awkward just because of how low it actually is. It's just unfortunately necessary. I mean, how does I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just take a little peek from back here, just to be able to see, you know, what does it actually look like. So I think the main viewing point I kind of want to think about is back here, just when you first enter. So if we just zoom in there, I mean, that does look. Oh, it does kind of ruin it. It does kind of ruin it. Okay. I don't like that. We're gonna have a look up top at the bamboo farm. So, and see if we can change anything, like, by any chance. So we're gonna have a look. F3. Where's the coordinates? Top right. 101, 314, 96 is where we are right now. Okay, you cannot just put asterisks and then pretend like you're saying things that are getting like tagged. That is not how it works. Okay, I am like 99% positive that you are not saying anything that is getting picked up. Okay, so we're gonna sleep first, just to be on the safe side of things. I probably should be bringing a bed with me, but it's just like, you know, when we're working in the cave, there's no point in me sleeping because there's no mobs down there. Silly, you are beep, 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 beep. Yeah, no. I know that's all you. That is all you, right. I should eat. And then we're going to head up to the bamboo farm. I completely forgotten the coordinates. I should have noted them down. It's frustrating. I'll tell you what, we're gonna, no, I was gonna check. I was gonna say, oh, we'll check the stream and we'll like go back on it, but I can't be bothered to do that. Bamboo boy? Yeah, that's right. I am the bamboo boy. Dang it. I just poured all my water down there. Cave boy. 101, 314. That's where we're at. Okay, and then it kind of I mean, I don't know which direction it goes in. Either across, I'm not sure. Scaffolding boy. Why are you just calling me every boy in the universe? There is no need for that, boy. Right, now, 101... I've forgotten it. 101, what was it? I know the Y was 96, I think. 101, 314. 101, 314. Okay, now we've typed it in chat. We won't forget it. 101, boy. What does that even moi? What, moi? Dude, you're making me say moi instead of man. I didn't even know what I was gonna say. You're like corrupting me with all your boy talk. Moi boy. That one's good. That's funny. Right. Now, bamboo farm is up here. Is you see that little like it's almost like a clock tower, except it's kind of like a clock house, I suppose you could call it. If we head in, then we're down underground. Oh, the doors. Why can't I hear a zombie? What are you doing? How are you in here? Why? How? How on earth? I'm looking for an entrance that they could have. Can they really just? They must have spawned in there. Get out of here! I can't believe that. They're trying to steal my sugar cane supplies. Okay, now we are overflowing, as you can see, by sugarcane just stockpiling up. I do need to fix that. We have just got a lot. I can hear a zombie somewhere. I think they're in the cave somewhere. Like, okay, now what are we actually doing? Yeah, we're checking the coordinates. So how do we want to do this? This zombie is really loud. Is he up above? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That genuinely kind of scared me. Right, get out of it. Okay, and now I bet he spawned right in this corner. Yeah, you can spawn over here. Cheeky bugger. Don't need any of that. We are just gonna like try and free up our inventory a bit. And then where's that slab? There we go. Now, what we were doing, we were trying to get back there. How do we want to go about that? I say, pardon me, I say we go around here and then just like, oh yeah, this is definitely the play. Now, what were the coordinates? 101, 314. 101 is, right, 314 is all the way down here. 314. Now, this is right on the perimeter, actually. Which is interesting. Your inventory management is so buns. It isn't usually like this. It's just because I'm building. This is what it looks like when it's building. Okay. And then we need to go to 101, which is... I've just muted everything. This way. Now, that is kind of a problem. If it was that way, then it would be fine. How, my word, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I just build up? I'm actually such a bot. I could have just built up to get here. Yeah, look at that. We could... Oh, my goodness. We went such a long way. Okay, now... 101. We've gone past. Is that going to spawn mobs? No, I think it's fine. So 101, and then what was it? 314. Oh, bro, stop filling the chat with all nonsense. Can I just delete that? Oh, there we go. And then it just comes off the screen. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to delete all your messages. No, I'm kidding. Who is this moderator? Yeah, mods, just please don't delete all these messages. Abuse, yeah. This is mod abuse. Sillyplop admin abuse. 101. 304. So that's where we were. Now, where do we need to avoid? Oh, okay. So there's water here. In fact, this has actually stopped. This has stopped going for some reason. That should work again now. Is that going to come back around? Yeah, there we go. It's coming. So, we need to avoid... down here. And then... probably there. So I'm just mining out like the outline of where we can't build, essentially. And then here as well. So... I'm gonna keep this walkway. I'm just going to put the torches on the floor, but that's no problem. What's that sound? What's that dispenser sound? I actually don't know what that is. It could be moss. I think it's probably the moss machine, maybe? Moss farm? Potentially. Potential man, Lily. I don't know, it could be. You need to light this area up. Right, now. What we're gonna do is we're then gonna find like the other corner of where we... Now, I imagine we're out of the cave now, actually. I bet that's why... Is that right? Yeah, so that's why we aren't finding like the thingy. So this is good. This is good. This means that we can build the iron farm just right on this end. Yeah. Okay, this has actually worked out really well. So we can build the iron farm on this side, just out of range of... Oh, that's really hard to see the way I've done that. That's really hard to see. Okay, I wish I didn't do that so difficult. I'm gonna do it for 10 to 20 minutes. Going to grab groftiers. What is a groftier? No worries. Alright, yeah, so I'm thinking, because we are gonna build like an iron farm down here. So that the... oh my goodness. So the iron goblins can fall through this bit of the cave and then into the lava pit at the bottom. Where do we need to avoid? Where was it? I'm just gonna like build up here. So it was here to there. So I'm just gonna break that block there. So that we get like a more clear outline. And then... shouldn't be doing that. That is what we've already built. I'm just mining what we've built. Okay. Yeah, so that should be fine. So if we're just gonna jump down a bit now. I've, fingers crossed, made it a bit more clear. Dang it. That was difficult. Where would it be? So we've got, I think... oh, it's hard to see with all the scaffolding. Let's just break a bit and then we can always place it back. Can I reach you? Yeah, I can. So where were we just working on? So I think it's like, it's that bit there, isn't it? Yes, I see. So it's this perimeter right here. In which case we can build the iron farm just in this far corner. I mean, it is a bit frustrating, but yeah, no, that should work. I mean, we could even, yeah, we can work around that, I think. Oh, fee you. Fee you. That's fine. That is so fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, I have got inventory full of scaffolding now. That is a minor problem. Okay, now we can get back to building. I feel like whenever I stream this cave, it is just constant distraction after distraction. I don't need this sugarcane. We can get rid of that. I'm just trying to make space like in my inventory so I can pick up the scaffolding. And then if we head up here, yeah, there's some over here as well. Right then, and then I suppose we just need to get back to where we were, don't we? Do I want to continue on that portion, or do we want to perhaps work around? I say around, okay, rather than having to work on the ceiling, I kind of just want to work on the walls, which does mean, in fact, how about we bring, yeah, let's bring this little bit down to the actual floor where that's going to be, so we can get like a bit more flooring going on. I feel like that could be good. So, ooh, only thing is my inventory. It is a real problem. No, yeah, we're not gonna do that. The reason being because I've not got many dark blocks that we're using at the bottom, and so to have to go back and then like go back to the base, get more dark blocks, rearrange my inventory, get rid of the light ones, when in reality we can just use the same inventory to do something up here. I feel like it doesn't make as much sense. So we're just gonna work around here. I feel like that makes the most sense, and then get everything back where we want it. Do I have deep slate on me? I do on my ender chest, but not on my actual person. So, oh, what was my inventory full of? Like that, I say. And then we kind of want to go up once. No, no, we'll do a slab there, and then we'll have like a tough backdrop, like we kind of got going on here. Um, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And then tough slab here, just so that we get a bit more variation in terms of like how we come out a bit. Go, and then I don't know if we, that's a bit, no, actually I like it. So we're gonna grab a tough stair there, and then build up a bit. And now we are like level with this. Now I have just gone too high with the tough. We do need to make sure that we're not just building, not just a tough wall, but a wall with a gradient. So we're gonna go to cobblestone. Where's my cobblestone? I really need to organize my inventory. How about this? I've not got any cobblestone on me. So do we have any here? Yeah, we do. So we're gonna swap this out for blackstone because I'm not really using that right now. And then we're gonna get our whole inventory apart from our pickaxes to be the blocks we're using. So cobblestone can go there. Deep slate, cobble deep slate. Then we can get some slabbage going on as well. There we go. That's better. Okay, now cobblestone. Oh, I don't know. It feels like we're going quite abruptly from the turf to the cobblestone to the andesite that's up here, but I doubt anyone will look at this. So we are just gonna have a little bit of a laissez-faire attitude. I think that's right. Andesite. And then we'll start coming out again here. And I've just naturally gravitated towards doing the ceiling, which is okay. We'll keep it that way. No, we won't. This this ceiling is in the way, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna make things easier for myself and just work on this part and bring this up. We need tough. about we have this be tough, and then get a cobblestone slab to be there. I feel like that makes sense. Then we can have cobblestone on top as well. Yeah, there we go. Although I am just now blending it into the tough anyway. So we'll just use mossy cobble because it's kind of got like a similar texture. So you can just kind of use them interchangeably, I feel. In fact, why don't we go for a mossy cobble slab there as well? Um, I feel that looks fine, I think. Right, and then if we just head down here, we can rinse and repeat the process. I do need just some smooth basalt on me at the minute, just because that's kind of what we're using. Yeah, we'll get rid of that axe. We don't need that right now. I can always get it whenever I need. Okay, so yeah, grab you, and then I feel like cobble deep slate slab. I was thinking of going like a bit closer to the wall because as you can see around here, there's a big gap here. But I think I'll leave it honestly because I think it's good to get a bit of variation in like the wall size. And if we're gonna need to be curving, there's no point like curving around to be on this wall. There's no point in us having like a super right angle where we like go right up into the corner. So we're just gonna leave it like that. Now cobbled. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll just have like a bit of like gradual coming up with that smooth basalt there. And then we'll swap to tough, do this. Oh, I got the block. Often when you like break a block and it's like down low like it was there, you don't get it. And it's it's so sad because then you got to either cut your losses or go down and fetch it yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, I tend to cut my losses. I can't be bothered to be doing all that. Right, now we're going to get a bit more mossy cobblestone action going on. That was a mistake. Didn't mean to swap that. And then I do want some, like a stair there. Like that orientation. So I accidentally just pressed that. Yeah, so I like this little patch of mossy cobblestone we've got going on. I do like that. But we have got to start coming out from the turf into the cobblestone as we get higher up, as we get lighter. Yeah, that makes sense. A bit unrelated, but I saw the new Spider-Man film. I think it's called Spider-Man Brand New Day. I should know because I because I watched it yesterday. I think that is the name, so well done me. And I actually thought it was really good. I don't know if this is like a particularly controversial opinion, but I think like quite a few of the more recent Marvel series films over the past few years have just kind of been mid, I suppose, just not very good, not up to their like classic 2010 to 2020, I would say, style, because I thought that they were really good. I don't know if like nostalgia plays like a plays a big part in that because I mean like I was I was a young lad then. So I think that always does add things. But I do think that their style has just kind of dropped off a bit, which is unfortunate, I've got to say. But I thought that this film that I watched last night, Spider-Man, was I very good. I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was a good one. It kind of returned to that just nice style that you had going on before, like more recent. A more recent Marvel film that I watched that I enjoyed was Thunderbolts. I thought that was pretty good. And I know like a lot of people. This is quite old news, Thunderbolts. I think it came out like a year ago. But I remember when it did come out, like the marketing for it in terms of like advertisements, like it was quite unique, which is good. Like a lot of people have problems with like the floating head posters, so to speak, if you've seen them, where they just have like every member of the cast. Oh no! I've just thrown out my what was that? I don't even know. I think it was my smooth basalt. A lot of people have problems, like they just stick every member of the cast on a poster. I'm like, oh, there we go, advert done. And it's just not very creative. But the Thunderbolts advertisement, I thought was actually really like innovative, which is good. It's good to be creative. Now, and speaking of being creative, I feel like we've got a big section of wall here, and I don't know if I kind of want to spice it up. Oh my goodness, that was embarrassing. I don't know if I want to spice it up. If I show you guys down here what I've done, essentially, when we got this big plain wall areas, I've tend to add an iron geode in, almost like an iron ore vein with some dripstone and raw iron. I don't know if I want to be doing that or not, because this is the area. So essentially, if you're tuning in new, this is we're building this entire cave, bit of like a going off on a limb to build an entire cave for an iron farm. So essentially, what I want to do is have an iron farm right at the top there, and then have it drop down into like a massive lava pit here. Not necessarily a pit, more like a lava lake, I suppose, is a more accurate term. And so it would kind of make sense to have some iron like ore dotted around the perimeter. Only thing is I don't want to take the eyes off of the lava, off of the iron golem falling down. But I feel like if we just took it into this corner, I feel like it might make sense. So I reckon what we're going to do is we're going to build up almost like a frame around like a little where an ore like we've got going on down here, like a little pocket of ore. We're going to build around it, and then we'll fill it in with dripstone and raw iron. So that's what we're going to do here, just on this corner point. And I feel like that could look quite good. I do need to remember, I need to be building down as well, because we do need to fill in the floor. We're just kind of doing the wall. A bit of a weird way of building, honestly. Oh my goodness, missed the block. I'm not very good with that, apparently. But yeah, I think it does make sense in my head. I don't know about you guys, the way that we're building this. Now, I do want to make sure we're mixing up the blocks that we're using, so we can use basalt there. And then we're going to swap. Never mind. No, I don't want to. Just making sure we've got a bit more variation in the blocks that we are actually using. Now, I have just finished my glass of water just then. So, really, really quickly, I'm just going to go and grab a glass of water. And I'll see you guys in like 30 seconds or so. I won't be long. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. I did take a little longer than I anticipated. Um, I decided to join up my hydration break with a loo break, because I went and grabbed a glass of water and I was like, oh, I kind of need the loo. So better to have one big break than two little ones, I say. Right, now, where was I? Yeah, we were just about to do that iron geode, weren't we? So, how are we going to do that? I feel like we're just going to build out here a bit with the darker blocks. I don't like how we've done that. We need a bit more variation. Um, yeah, I like that. Just come down a bit. And you can have like a. Actually, I feel like that should be. We're not really using this block, but we're gonna have black stone at the bottom. So I feel like it makes sense in my head if we just kind of like dabble in in the blackstone usage and put a blackstone stair in anticipation for when we go and like do the blackstone floor. Although thinking about it, if we're gonna have a lava like lake at the bottom of here, then is there really much point in us having a really detailed floor if we're gonna cover it all in lava? Yeah, that might be something to think about. I don't think we need to do that really. Um, now smooth basalt. We'll just like bring it up there. In fact, we'll swap it out for. Oh no, we lost a block. I want to change the orientation. Yeah, and then so essentially what I'm thinking is having the iron geode in this area here. Just as we turn the corner, just for like a little bit of detail to break up the monotonous like rock that we've got going on. Um, yeah, that go there, and then we're gonna swap to deep slate just to do this bit. Um, yeah, and then we need some tough to come around here. I'm not sure how I like. I don't like how like this block of tough is flush with that. So I think what I'm gonna do is place block there, and then we'll have a tough slab. Just so, yeah, I feel like that does look better. Just so it's slightly not as level, and then that can be a stair. And yeah, I do feel like that looks better. Perhaps that could be a stair as well. I don't know. I felt there's too much stair action going on. I don't think it matters too much, in all honesty. We'll pop a basalt block there just for a bit of variation. Now we can bring. Although, actually, I'm kind of just filling in where I want the iron geode to go. So we need to remove that block, and then begin to make a space. I mean, how high up do I want it? Not very high up. I say, perhaps like down here. I need a torch just to light this. I can't reach. Just bridge out for a minute. I just don't like how dark this wall is. That should do the trick. Okay, yeah, so I feel like we should have it fairly low down to the like floor. Um so if we have, where's my smooth basalt gone? There we go. And then where's the scaffolding? Okay, it's underneath us. We're gonna need to move that bit, just so we can like access down there. I feel like that should be enough. We'll go one more, one higher. Okay. I mentioned this on stream yesterday, but I had a bowl of soup. Yes. Oh my goodness. I always get clumsy. I had a bowl of soup yesterday. And I burned my like the roof of my mouth on it. Usually you tend to burn your tongue. But I just like scalded the roof of my mouth because it was too hot and I was too eager, too hungry to to not eat it quickly. Um, and I'll tell you what, I'm still feeling it today. That was yesterday lunchtime, and we are about the same time today, perhaps like an hour earlier. And so about 24 hours, the roof of my mouth has just feel like it's been ripped off. It's fine. I am over exaggerating, of course. It's not that bad. Okay. Oh, I just made the right. You can get out of here. I did not want any chiseled deep slate. I meant to make cobble deep slate slabs, and then once we're here, we can get some stairs as well. Although I think they like stacked in my hotbar, so I'm assuming I already had some, which was a bit of a mistake, but it's okay. Now, what? How do we want to do this? I say we can get a basalt. Oh no, we'll just go with cobblestone. Not cobblestone. Sorry, we'll just go with deep slate, and then. We're not doing this very well because we need to make sure that we are creating a space for our geo to actually go, and we're not really doing that. So I think that that needs to be. I'll tell you what. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna have I got dripstone in here? Have I got dripstone in my ender chest? I do not. We're gonna grab some dripstone blocks, and that because that's what I used for the perimeter of the actual raw iron. So we're just gonna go and grab some. Um, if anyone's like new to the stream, I'll show you the little shortcut I use to get back to base through the spider's den. I love this place. It's so cool. Although the illusion is broken by the fact that there is no spider here. I might be able to do some like eyes that are like small when the concrete slabs come out, because obviously that black back wall is made from black concrete. So I wonder if I could like use if I like just demonstrate really quickly. But you know, red eyes, 2 red eyes there, and then if you imagine these being like black concrete stairs, then from straight on you just get 2 small little like quarter a block redstone blocks. So I feel like that might be cool if we experiment a bit with that, but you know, we'll see. Now I wanted raw iron, got some there. I wanted dripstone, got some here. Okay, we might as well just take a stack, just in case. I'm not sure how much we'll use. And then I feel like I do want to get rid of some stuff from my inventory. We don't need this much andesite. We've got andesite galore. We really don't need it all. So I got my under chest, using andesite slang. Andesite chest there. I don't need an ender pearl really. They are kind of helpful, but I've got quite a few, so I can always grab one if needs be. Stone, we definitely don't need. We've got plenty of that in the cave. Well, these guys can stack. Anything else that can stack? It doesn't look like it. I can pop this in my inventory. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I mean, not considerably better, but you know, every little helps, as Tesco says. Should be fine. We can head back down our ominous little clock, grandfather clock. And back to where we're working on. Now, dripstone equipped. I do want some more turf just to kind of bring out this area here. We're just gonna have a mossy cobblestone slab there just to match that little block we got going on. I feel like we could get away with coming out here. I tell you what, this is unrelated to the building, but I was just on YouTube earlier, not earlier, yesterday. It might have been the day before, actually. I'm not very good with my timings, am I? And I was just scrolling, not on YouTube Shorts, just on like the recommended page, and a video came up, and it was called White Pine Bloopers. Turns out, White Pine has been going on for like a year, and it's an 11 episode Minecraft series. It actually looks quite popular. It's not underground, but it was underground for me, and it looks pretty cool. So it's like a story based, just like a scripted show almost. And I didn't watch any of the. Obviously, the video I saw was the bloopers. I didn't watch it, but I just had a flick through the channel, and it looks pretty cool. So that might be something I invest some of my time in, just watching some of that. It has ended now. It ended like the day before I saw it on my recommended. So I'd be able to watch them all through. Could binge watch if I wanted. But I feel like that could be a good watch. I do like it when people push the boundaries of Minecraft, because obviously I love Minecraft. I love it so much. And I do just really respect when people do something new with it. That's just something I really notice and appreciate. So, you know, I do want to just have a look at what's cracking on that front. Right, now dripstone. Ooh, this is going to be awkward. We are very much kind of pushed up against this corner. I feel like we've waited too long to make this move. So I think we're going to have to turn. So I think that might have, like, I think my pop filter didn't pick up on that turn. I was very plosive with that T, even though it's not plosive. What's the word? Syllable. Um, yeah, I feel like this should work. If we just kind of have it spread out quite heavily amongst the corner, I feel like this actually might work quite nicely as a transition. You can just kind of bring up there, and I feel like that's good. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's really good. And then obviously now we've set ourselves up for the wall to go there. Now it's time to fill it all in with wrought iron. I don't actually think I've got enough. It maybe a miracle might pull through, but I feel like we might need to go back. Oh, we just lost a dripstone block. Oh no. Oh no, no, this has worked out well actually. This has worked out very well. Okay. Right, now I do just want to spice things up slightly. Um that it looks too like I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I think I might try swapping that out for some perhaps this block here. I'm just not sure how much I like it is all. I don't like this bit. It just feels too blocky. So perhaps if I just take the edge off there. Okay, I think that should work. And then perhaps if we just use this, just so I don't have to carry them around, use the remaining blocks into the perimeter. It's made out of dripstone. That could work. I don't know. I don't want to force it. We'll pop them in an ender chest. I can't really see like any places where they could go. Okay, and now I do need to open my ender chest again because we've got some pointed dripstone that we can just kind of place sporadically just to break up the textures, just add a tiniest bit of detail. And I feel like that looks good. I wonder if there's any other blocks that we might be able to use in. Oh, I forgot to start my flashback recording. I'm so bad at this, particularly when I'm streaming. I just never start. I just never start like the replay. Right, that is good though, because what I just want to go into is I'm hoping I won't be any like I'm gonna get into my creative world. Hoping I'm not going to be in some big project that I've been working on. Oh, I kind of am, but it's fine. It's just like a little farmhouse. You might see a few of these builds pop up in, ignore these trees, these are from ages ago. You might see a few of these builds pop up in Minecraft Survival Series, the one that we're working on right now on the stream. Some like episodes in the future. Now, what do I want to check? I'm just checking the inventory. Raw iron. What is similar to that block? Jungle planks, perhaps, but I don't really think so. Maybe granite, if we really push it. Mud brick. Ooh, mud bricks. Mud bricks might work. In fact, that doesn't look too bad. That right there. And neither does that. So maybe that. Okay, so there's a block that we could use along with the raw iron. I'm not really seeing anything else. Nothing that really catches my eye anyway. Yeah, now we're on to items. So, that's the raw iron. What does that look like? I mean, we gotta remember, we have got dripstone as well. That is something else we've got. So, okay. I don't know. I don't really feel like any of these would work. I feel like this is just too white. So perhaps if we go with like just a highlight like that, would that work? Well, no, maybe white terracotta. We want to find, yeah. In fact, if we just build up like a mock, where's my dripstone? I got rid of it, didn't I? Geode that we're doing, like an ore vein, just on the floor here. And then, just build up. This is a lot bigger than the one we did actually on the world. And then if we just sprinkle in like, oh, I mean, it doesn't really add loads on second thought. It does just kind of look weird. Perhaps we just give it like that. I mean, what block is that? I think we just need to give up. I think it's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal, in all honesty. I think we just leave it like that. Yeah, that looks fine. I just thought that it is quite, like, bulky almost. Perhaps if we brought the dripstone in a bit, like that. Oh, no, I don't like it. It's fine. We'll just leave it how it is. But experimentation is, of course, always good. Now, with this I'm glad we did it in that order actually, because it's kind of set us up quite nicely to then work on like the remainder of the wall. Like this is just quite easy to do. I haven't really got to think about much at all. Where's my tuff? I just put it away. There we go. Yeah, so this is just quite nice. I do wonder if, yeah, I do think that, I think that this should be mossy cobblestone, just to like continue on this patch a bit. We've just kind of ruined the wall. I think if we just like this, replace all these blocks here. Mossy cobblestone. I feel like that should look good, just for a bit of variation. Yeah, I mean, it looks alright, doesn't it? I think that looks fine. Two things I do just want to change though. It's that. That looks better. That looks a lot better. Okay, and then we want to continue with the tuff. I'm gonna come out a bit there. I just want to be out, not flush with the wall. Where in terms of the dripstone, not flush with the dripstone, sorry. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is really coming along. I am pleased with how this is going. And then this dripstone piece is slightly in the way, but I think we can make it work by just going almost like wrapping behind it like that. Oh no! Whoops. Yeah, I feel like that looks fine. And then we've essentially finished now. If we just, come up a bit here. Tough slab. Yeah, nice. Right, now, just gonna come down here and have a little, like, pause to look at, oh, I haven't even, right, we'll start the flashback now. I feel like that looks really good. Okay, I like how that looks. And I'm glad that we did break it up, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely glad we did that. I think that was the right move. Although it might have been nice to move it over, like over here, because this is quite big. Just a big plain wall. But I think it's fine how we did it. Yeah, I like that. And that is essentially this wall done. We've still got to do the ceiling up there, and we've still got to connect it to the floor. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. I think it makes sense for us to just kind of work our way around like this way. I'm just going to grab some more tough, though. We're running low. Tell you what, bring in an ender chest with you when you're building. Genuinely amazing. Although I suppose it is just the equivalent. It is my little pretend shulker box, isn't it? So, sorry, that idea has definitely been done before. Um, I'm thinking about the light level. Like, are mobs going to be spawning down here? I imagine they probably will. We're going to need to get some glow lichen. I should have some in here. Take that off the screen. Where could it go? Just up here? Oh, I don't know. There. In fact, here, I think needs to be deep slate. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Um, there we go. Oh, actually, I was thinking of that being dripstone. I just placed the wrong block down. And then we can begin to be like coming down with hobbled deep slate. Although, actually, if we're this low down, it probably ought to be, what's it called? Smooth basalt, doesn't it? Oh no, it's fine. We saved ourselves. So what scaffolding has got some really weird mechanics in terms of like when you can get on it, when you can't. It is very strange. Okay, there we go. And then I feel like it would look a lot better if we worked on this almost like the shore of the wall of where it meets the lava lake. I feel like that could be like a good thing to do. And it does mean like we're like that we're gonna have to change our block palette that we've got on us because we're gonna be working with like black stone, more smooth basalt, and then mud as well. But I feel like it would make it look a lot better. So how does that look? Yeah, yeah, I like that. I do really like that. Cool. Right, let's go and get a new, like a fresh. Like in fact, we just run out of golden carrots, so we need to go back anyway. So it makes sense, and we can take the spider's den shortcut. What day are we on now? We're on 1018. I remember we hit 1000 yesterday, I think. Now we're on 1018. Gosh. It's a lot of days. That is a lot of days. We have got plenty of blackstone, which I'm very grateful for. Right, I'll tell you what, actually. Instead of starting, like, because it's going to be a bit of a faff getting new items in our inventory, starting all over again with, like, a new palette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream for today. And we can work on that, like, another time. I'll probably, like, I will just do a lot of, like, it needs loads of work. I feel like we did a good bit of progress today, but a lot more needs doing. We'll just go and review. I know we just did, but we'll just go and review what we've been up to. But, oh, it's really is coming on. It'll be great once we get that far wall sorted. In fact, I mean, looking at from here, it might be good if we can kind of transition as we turn around into darker colors, so that when you look at this, it isn't that like all the walls are just the same. I feel like that could look cool. So perhaps like the deep slate just rises, and then the black stints down here can like come up and just, the gradient shifts essentially. But anyway, really happy with what we have accomplished today. We like did this iron geode portion. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Oh, whoops. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.